Hi everyone, welcome back to the gameplay of BTB6. Let's continue with Updated Chimps. The series was starting all over again. I'm gonna show you an updated strategy to beat chimps, achieve the black border using no heroes and minimizing RNG. And I shouldn't have said no heroes because right now I'm gonna do the expert maps, so the hardest maps in the game, and all of them other than probably Dark Castle are gonna require very specific strategies involving heroes. So yeah, I think using heroes is a must on every single one of these maps other than probably on Dark Castle. So let's continue with Workshop. As I said, I'm gonna skip for now Bloody Puddles Chimps. I just couldn't find a way to beat the chimps, you know, reducing RNG and making it work, so I'm gonna just leave that aside. I'm gonna use Obin as a hero, and the strategy that I'm gonna show you in this map, it's almost identical to the strategy I already used in the past when I first covered and I did this map on chimps. Placing here the Dead Monkeys in the best spots, right, as you well know, for this map. And yeah, I'm not gonna really talk again about the exact positioning of the Dead Monkeys because that is well known, and if anything you can just check out my last video when I did chimps here, and in that video I explained in detail how to place the Dead Monkeys to have the best positioning possible. And then here round 8 placing another one, and that should be enough until round 10 and until you can place Obin. Now round 10, depending if you're playing on Steam or if you're playing on the mobile version of the game, you may have a harder or an easier time to defeat round 10. And that is because on the Steam version of the game you can use hotkeys to just select your towers much quickly, and you can use that to use this very nice trick in round 10, and making sure that with a wizard you find the best spot here in the bottom right corner. Right, then you just wait until you have enough cash to get Obin, and then you just select Obin with the hotkey and you drop Obin very quickly. Unfortunately, I know very well that if instead you're playing on the mobile version of the game, you need to actually click on Obin and drag him, so it's a lot that requires a lot more of time, and also you're gonna be a lot less precise in placing Obin. Now unfortunately I cannot really like help you in any way against that because I'm playing on Steam, and like this is the best way to do it on Steam. One thing you can do is well, try to be as fast as you can with the fingers, trying to place Obin, you know, as well as possible, and trying to place him fast. If you screw up, don't worry, just restart. It's just round 10, so you have plenty of time to retry, to restart from round 6 and then go up again to round 10. If anything, you can try to look for other strategies, other starts that involve like placing more Dead Monkeys, like 5 or 6, that are gonna allow you to then place Obin much more relaxed. So yeah, those are the only 2 options that I know, but yeah, fortunately this is just round 10 is just, it just works like this. So now just placing the ninja, as you could see, and then now upgrading it. It's pretty straightforward as usual. I really don't need brambles in all these rounds. I just use brambles around 15, but other than that now it's not really needed. Ninja 301 and then 302. And then yeah, that should be it. Now here at the end of round 23, most likely I'm gonna place the Alchemist. Now this Alchemist position, it's very important. Placing the Alchemist here closest to well, it's not closest to the top side, neither closest to the bottom side. It's about an intermediate positioning where you can make sure that the Alchemist is leaving enough room here in the right side to then place a super monkey here, right? But at the same time it's not too close to the bottom side, and the main reason for that is because otherwise the Alchemist will buff Obin instead of the Super Monkey if you have the Alchemist too close to the Ninja. So yeah, you want to really avoid that. So yeah, this placement should work quite nicely. Now wait until round 27 ends to then get the Alchemist 200. Remember that this is just the best to have a better RNG around 28 against the Bloons. And also here, wait until the end of round 29 and then get the Alchemist 300. And yeah, that should be it, these first rounds. Now the next very important and unfortunately RNG dependent round is round 40. You're gonna need RNG because you're gonna need at least one set of Brambles in the path of the Moab, so at least one of that. And also the totem is RNG based. When exactly the Alchemist is gonna give the brew also to the Ninja and to Obin is also RNG based. So yeah, many things that may not work in your favor. But unfortunately, yeah, this is just how it is. Now I've tried to minimize RNG in round 40 by trying to like place a Super Monkey, trying to you know, doing different things, but nothing works as well as getting a village 200. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna get a village for round 40 200, increasing attack speed, increasing range and attack speed, and yeah, hopefully that is gonna be enough. So I mean, that is the way I was able to find that is gonna make you success in defeating round 40 in about like 95% of times. Unfortunately, as I said, you're gonna still need RNG from Brambles. So if you have Brambles bad, then you may need to restart the game altogether. So now here, starting round 39 and placing Brambles. Alright, that is a good spot because it's in the path of the Moab. The bomb is gonna come from up here, so this is a pretty good spot, so I like it. And so I may not even need the village 200 to, if I have to be honest, because this is already a very good RNG from Brambles. So I could just place a village here, just increasing Obin's range, and that's it. So yeah, this could work actually. So yeah, I'm gonna get the village 002 because I had good RNG in round 39. I think just increasing Obin's range is gonna be enough. And now also another very important thing they need to do is use this stop machine. That's gonna slow down the Moab, and then round 40 place another set of Brambles. So in this case I got extremely lucky and I got both Brambles in the path of the Moab. But even if you don't, so you only have one set of Brambles in the path of the Moab, that should already be enough. So don't worry about like having both of them. And yeah, very important, activating the top machine, slowing down the Moab. And if you have bad RNG, so if Brambles in round 39 are placed wrong, that's when I recommend you to get this village instead 200. Yeah, that's just my recommendation for all different scenarios that I faced while I prepared this map on Chimps. So now I'm placing another village closest to the other one and also closest to the left side, 002. Alright. And now that you have gone through round 40, then from now on the strategy is very easy. Because you just need to drop a Super Monkey. If you have placed the villages correctly, Obin correctly, and everything else correctly, you should have the Super Monkey here closest to the right side and already in range of both villages, as you can see. So yeah, that's the best. So double discount village, and that's gonna be very important at being able to upgrade this Super Monkey and the saving cash. So I'm gonna just get this Super Monkey 001. And now the Alchemist should start buffing the Super Monkey and the Ninja. so that's why also you need to place this Alchemist in this position. Alright, here we go. Super Monkey 101. This it's pretty good. Now very simply I can just get here Brambles from 47 and Super Monkey 201 here. So from now there are no mobs, so other than round 40 you have no mobs until round 50, so you should be able to get this Super Monkey upgraded pretty easily. Here we go. And now I'm gonna get this bottom village 202, increasing the range, increasing the attack speed. The ninja should be range of this village, so you can see that with the ninja you have more range now and also more attack speed, very important. And now getting this Super Monkey 202, also combat detection, some slightly more range. And yeah, this is the setup to survive until you can afford the Sun Avatar. From now on, I just recommend you to just place the Brambles as soon as they are off cooldown. So after round 49, whenever you have Brambles ready, just place them. It's just the best thing to do, once again, to have some extra damage going around. And yeah, so you don't risk having any balloons sneaking past. It doesn't really matter where Brambles are going to be placed, they're going to be useful in all the different spots. And yeah, just spam the Brambles and yeah, make sure that you keep on placing them. Now for round 44 and 54, sorry, and 55, depending on the RNG, so just go slow, look at the mobs and the ceramics that are going to be coming out, and if you see that some mobs especially are able to turn and start going right, then you're going to place the wall of trees. So if you don't need to place wall of trees, don't do it, but if you need to, do it, because otherwise you're going to end up losing. So for example, this mob here, yeah, it wasn't really needed, because you could see that then I was able to force the balloons backwards. But yeah, I just placed these wall of trees just in case, because I got scared. And yeah, but now I say don't use wall of trees, because if you use wall of trees, you're gonna end up losing cash. So I'm gonna use wall of trees only on those rounds where I really need to use it, because you could see that right there, the wall of trees tanked a mob, but it wasn't really needed to tank a mob, because I would be able to then pop the mob layer and then destroy the ceramics with the knockback, and yeah, without really risking anything. Yeah, that's just the unfortunate thing about wall of trees. They can really be a help, but at the same time it's gonna make you lose cash. And now just by upgrading the Sun Avatar, now it's a lot easier. So I'm gonna just go auto start from now on. Open should also be level 11 now. Yeah, so all magic monkeys, especially Sun Avatar and Ninja, have even more range and more pierce. That's the BFB. Now the Sun Avatar of course is doing a ton more of damage, so you shouldn't be really worrying about that. And this after the BFB, I mean after you get the Sun Avatar, is when you start the next portion of the strategy. That is pretty much getting a glue gunner up here, alright, closest to the left and closest to the bottom side, in strong 1013. And yeah, in this way you are gonna glue mob class balloons pretty much as soon as they come out. That is gonna give more time for especially the Sun Avatar to damage them and to destroy the mob layer, so then you can start knocking backwards the ceramics. Remember, the knockback from the Super Monkey is just what makes this tower so strong. And now after getting that glue gunner right there, I'm gonna just get here as furthest as I can, but still in range of both villages. I'm gonna get an engineer, right? So this is when I'm gonna just change my strategy, because I think this is just better, and I'm gonna get an overclock. Once I get an overclock, I'm gonna start overclocking this Sun Avatar, and only afterwards I will start building the perma spike. So instead of building this perma spike right now and getting it earlier, I'm gonna get overclock and then I'm gonna get a perma spike. I prefer this way because I've seen that in doing this you're gonna be able to do much more damage, because an overclock Sun Avatar is gonna do a massive amount of damage, a lot of knockback. So even against past round 80, so against super SRAMs, you're gonna do very well. And the engineer can also do some extra damage up here, and also can apply the foam that can remove camo detection. You can see that I don't have camo detection yet with this village, so only Sun Avatar and Ninja can detect camo Bloons. So yeah, also the foam can be of some help, and yeah, in this way it's just better because it's like less RNG and it's just more reliable. So getting overclock first and then building the perma spike. So overclock, yeah, just 500 more to get it. Here we go. And now you just need to keep on like overclocking the Sun Avatar, and this is gonna make the Sun Avatar do a ton of damage, and that's all you really need. So I'm gonna get here a village. All right, I'm gonna start building the perma spike right now. So I'm gonna get a village here, 002. So with some discount, and yeah, I'm gonna just start building the perma spike right here. Now here, I don't need to forget about overclocking this Avatar as I'm placing the other towers. So here, closest to the top, closest to the right side, and that's the best positioning for this perma spike. All right, in close, all right, and just 014, I will get it for now. Should be enough. And then after 014, just waiting to get the fifth upgrade. So just going slow here, making sure of overclocking the Sun Avatar as soon as the overclock effect runs out. The very nice thing is the fact that because the Sun Avatar is a third tier tower, overclock effect is gonna last 100%. So it's gonna last until like the cooldown is off, and so you can like pretty much keep on overclocking the Sun Avatar permanently. So it's permanently more attack speed. It's not gonna run off before the cooldown is completed, so it's just a ton more of damage. Alright, so now I'm gonna actually get this glue gunner 023 to be sure that I can glue more Bloons, more glass Bloons, and yeah, then now just waiting to get this extra 32.4 thousand cash, right? I forgot there to overclock the Sun Avatar. You could see the first ceramic rush in round 78 actually was able to enter inside wall of trees. So yeah, that was unfortunately my bad. But anyway, sooner or later this wall of trees is gonna explode, so I'm gonna get at least a little bit of cash back. But I'm not really gonna place any more wall of trees until like probably around 98 or 99. So overclock once again, just slowing down when I place overclock just to make sure of replaying it, reapplying it as fast as possible. Alright, so my god, should be quite easy. And also from round 80 on, I'm gonna start once again spamming brambles. It doesn't really matter whether they're gonna fall down or if they're gonna be on the path or not. It's just better to just spam them to have that extra, you know, damage from brambles. And yeah, so we got overclock once again, almost 20,000 cash, so I need 12,000 more. The glue gunner should be able to glue all these mob class bloons, slowing all of them down, and yeah, that should be good. So overclock once again. Here we go. And see this engineer damage, 2000 damage is not bad. So that's why I said that every single tower that deals damage to the bloons is must not be underestimated. Right, so let's overclock once again, and just a couple of thousands here to get the perma spike. As soon as I destroy some bloons around 84, should be able to afford it. So yeah, just keep on overclocking Sun Avatar and spamming brambles. Yeah, here we go. So that's a perma spike. That is gonna be 0.25. Here we go. So as much attack speed as possible, and then placing here closest to the top and to the right side actually an Alchemist, and yeah, just buffing it and making this perma spike stronger. Now it may sound weird, but against these Dome Gods I'm gonna still keep on overclocking the Sun Avatar. I don't really have a lot of spikes here, and I don't really think it's gonna change that much overclocking the perma spike, so I prefer instead having a lot more of damage with the Sun Avatar. So let's get primary training here, so that this glue gunner is stronger, and yeah, these last bloons should be popped by the perma spike quite easily. So let's start here with oh, here we go, finally the cash from the Wallow Trees. And now I'm gonna start placing some towers to start slowing down mob class bloons, so that I can have more time with the perma spike to place more spikes and to yeah, to stack them up. So that's gonna be one mob press. All right. So now I keep on overclocking the perma spike. Unfortunately, the perma spike effect is gonna be not constant. It's gonna be is gonna only overclock the perma spike until like 70% of the cooldown, so it's gonna run off a little earlier. But yeah, that's the only like bad thing. So I'm gonna right now get this village 0 to 2. All right. Camo detection, and this is particularly important for the glue gunner for this for all the towers I'm gonna place around this village to have camo detection, especially this sniper here. That is gonna be a main mob sniper, and it's gonna help also at slowing down mob class bloons. Yeah, so last, here we go. So I'm keep on spamming brambles here and keep on using overclock whenever it's ready on the perma spike. And yeah, next round DDTs are gonna come out. Now thankfully the perma spike has the Alchemist buff, so even if I don't have an MIB on the perma spike, I can pop these DDTs. So yeah, the perma Mexodip effect, it's very strong. Alright, so let's keep on spamming brambles here, yeah, that should be almost the main mob. Right, I'm gonna just overclock once again here. That should be the main mob. Very important, placing the sniper in last, so you're gonna actually stun a mob class bloon that it's out of range. In that way you're gonna keep on holding it out of range of any other like tower in the game, and yeah, that way it's just better to because you're gonna be able to hold it for much longer, and in that way you can stack more spikes. So let's just get here another mob press. All right. Yeah, you can see here the sniper still attacking that balloon off screen. Yeah, that's why when you move up here, it's very important for the strategy to work out. In all this time, you can keep on overclocking the spike factory, placing more spikes, and yeah, it's just super effective. So another more press here, right? Very good. More DDTs shouldn't be really a problem. Overclock, and right now I'm gonna also get this village to 0-2, so giving more attack speed as well to the Alchemist and especially to the permaspike. Alright, now here I'm gonna use once this top model, so that is gonna be like a slow on all these map class Bloons, right? Especially when the Zomagats are gonna come out. And let's keep on overclocking here. I'm gonna place a heli in range of this village, and actually I'm gonna just lock the heli right here to blow back any ceramics that may be popped off the permaspike. Here we go, downdraft, just 0-3-0 heli needed. Sniper here giving me a lot of time, so I keep on placing brambles, I keep on overclocking the permaspike, and that's how to do it. Run 95 is gonna have DDTs, you just go through it quite fast, so yeah, don't worry about anything. DDTs don't really have a lot of RBE, so you can tank them pretty well with just the permaspike. Right. Right now, actually, I'm gonna just drop here an Alchemist. Alright, 0-3-2 in strong, and this is gonna be my ticket for these last rounds to do some more damage against these scrub Bloons. And yeah, so now when the Zomagats around 96 are gonna enter into the screen, that's when I'm gonna use the top machine to start slowing everything down. Here we go. So when the first Zomagat comes out, that's when you're gonna use the top machine to slow everything down. I'm gonna start building here another, actually, yeah, I need another spike factory. Out of range of the village of the Alchemist though, but I messed up and it ended up being in range of the Alchemist. Oh well, I can't do anything about that, so it's gonna have the Alchemist buff. Round 97 should be around, it's gonna last a ton because you're gonna keep on one Zomagat off screen, 145 Zomagat off screen, then you have this one, but you're gonna keep on proccing the mob press effect, the slow from the glue gunner. So yeah, you're gonna hold that Zomagat a long time, and then even more time, as I said, until you can pop the other Zomagat just with this main mob sniper. So you can pretty much fill with as many spikes as you want the track with the permaspike. Also placing some more brambles as well, and then using this last spot here available to place another one press should be good. So yeah, round 98 is the next round. It's pretty hard, so that's why here round 97 is perfect to stall, because you can have as many spikes as you can from the permaspike. You can have as many brambles as possible, and yeah, here we go. So this is the only round when I'm gonna use here the slow once again, and I may use also this bottom machine to make the path longer. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. When all these Zomagats are gonna explode, very likely I'm gonna use this path, and also I'm gonna use the spike factory as well. So let's see when all these Zomagats are gonna explode. Okay, so not right now. So right now, yeah. let's use this, alright, to do some more damage, and that should be it. So the amount of spikes that I have should be enough to hold and to destroy all these mobs that may be coming now. Plus, of course, one zombie god up there that it's being held down by the sniper. And then for the BAD, yeah, I'm gonna just get here another spike storm, and that should be it. Maybe I'm not gonna have enough cash, because 5.4, 1.9, yeah, very likely I'm not gonna have enough cash. Yeah, just destroying these DDTs with a perma spike should be good. And then finally the BAD. So for the BAD, you just need enough time to have enough spikes, and I'm pretty likely right now it's already enough. I'm gonna just get more time, but just making the path longer here, forcing the BD to go into these spike factories. So then I can use here the ability right now. I can destroy the BSD a lot more, and then just the spikes should be enough. And that's it. So that's Workshop. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you. Bye bye.